Hey everyone! So today we are discussing Panic by Lauren Oliver. And you guys saw this in my book haul. I was reading it while filming my book haul. And if you don't know what Panic is about, it is about these kids and they live in a small town called Carp, New York. And every summer the graduated seniors participate in a game called Panic. And basically what Panic is a series of challenges that they have to do that are extremely dangerous and mostly illegal. Like they could either die or go to jail if they're caught. And the winner gets $50,000 or more. Like the year that Heather, the main character, is participating, the pot is like 62,000 or something. Anyways, it's a lot of money. And that's like freaking awesome, except for the fact that all of the challenges are like really deadly. So I don't really think I would want to participate in Panic. I definitely wouldn't want to participate in Panic. But anyways, it's a really fun read and I really enjoyed it, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. And yeah, I liked it. And everybody loves Lauren Oliver, and I've never read a Lauren Oliver book before. So I was really excited to read this book because like everybody's read Delirium and I've never read Delirium, and I have a Delirium, I just haven't read it, and now I'm like really interested to read it because she's actually a really good author. So this excites me. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the non-spoiler section. If you want a more in-depth review on the book that's non-spoiler, you can go click the link below and it will send you to my blog, and my blog has a non-spoilery in-depth review about the characters and everything. So if you're considering reading it but you want to know more about it, you can go there and check it out. But if you don't want to be spoiled, then you should probably leave now and then come back after you've read the book and you can discuss it with us. Okay? Alright, so bye for now. But come back when you're done because you definitely want to discuss it. I kind of want to start with the end instead of starting with the beginning, because the end was like freaking scary. Like when Heather uses Dodge's car, like it was just weird. Like it wasn't very detailed and it was kind of confusing, but like once you figured out what was going on and you were like immersed in it and you realized that like she's gonna die because Dodge set up his car to blow up. Well, then I like started flipping out. I was like, oh my god, she's gonna die because she's an idiot. And I was like, Heather, you're an idiot. Why would you take his car? Like, why would you do that? Like, why? And I don't like that they locked up Dodge. Like, I feel like whether or not his motives were good wasn't their business, if that makes sense. Like, if he wanted revenge, like, who are you to stop him? It's not you. So, like, the fact that they locked him up, like, I just thought that was stupid. But anyways, so let's go all the way back to the beginning of the book. And it starts with Heather, like, climbing up the cliff to jump. And I was so confused. I was like, what is going on right now? And like while she's like going up, she starts explaining everything. And it's like really weird. It just, I don't know. Like, it was just a weird beginning to the book because it's like you just jump into the action and you don't have any idea what's going on. And I liked it, but I didn't like it at the same time. Like, I don't know how I felt about it. But anyways, it was like weird. I would never jump off a cliff at night. Like, who would do that? Obviously, all the characters in the book, but like, who would do that? I wouldn't do that. But anyways, the first challenge is you have to jump and then you're automatically in the game. Once they jump, the second challenge was they had to walk across that beam over the water towers, but then it wound up not even counting. And I was like, what the hell? Like, all of them do these challenges. Like, Heather does this challenge and then it doesn't count. And like, she almost died. And I'm like, what the hell? And then, it just bothered me that neither of them had to, like, they just did this challenge, but then it didn't count. Did you suspect Bishop being a judge? I suspected it when Dodge made that comment that he said, and I thought it for, like, he thought it for just a second. Like, they don't say what it is. They just say he thought it about Bishop. And I was like, maybe Bishop is a judge. And so that's when I started to suspect it. But I did not expect at the point where Heather catches Bishop and Vivian together, I did not expect that Vivian was the other judge. Like, I just thought Bishop was being a douche to Heather. But also, I didn't really care if Bishop was being a douche to Heather because I didn't really like Heather. Heather was like my least favorite character. She was very whiny, and then her whininess, like, there was no other nice attribute about her that made you like her despite her whininess. Like, she was kind of a boring character. She was whiny. Like, she was just overall, like, not a fun character at all. My favorite character was Dodge. I don't know. I just think he was, like, super cute. And I know, like, he was obviously, like, wanted revenge and everything. And I didn't like that. I thought that, like, obviously it was his sister's choice. So why, like, I understand, but I don't understand. But then when you find out that his sister actually asked him to participate in the games, like, she wanted him to, like, I didn't like that. Because if I had a younger brother and, like, this was happening to me, I don't think I would ever put a loved one in the same situation that got me paralyzed from the waist down. Like, I don't see, like, even if you wanted revenge, I feel like that's not the way to do it. But anyways, moving on. Heather's mom and Lily, like, all those scenes, like, Heather's mom just pissed me off throughout the whole book. Like, even though I didn't like Heather, I always felt bad for her because of her mom. Like, her mom was such a screw-up. And then I felt even more bad for Heather's little sister, Lily, because Lily, I think they said she's, like, 12, and she's, like, has a screwed-up mom, like, a screwed-up home life, and then on top of that, now the only person that ever takes care of her is risking her life just to get money. Like, what if Heather died? Like, what would Lily do? Lily would be stuck with this crazy mom and, like, this screwed up home life. And it would just be, I don't know. I felt so bad for Lily. Heather, you can get out of it. Like, you can go to your friends. You can drive. You can do all this. Like, Heather was always escaping it, but Lily never was escaping it. And I felt like Heather always was like, oh, I feel so bad for Lily, blah, 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 blah. But then she was never taking Lily with her to, like, escape it until, like, she leaves the house for good. Like, leaves her mom's. Like, she was always with Bishop, but she was never, Lily was always home with her mom. And I don't know, I felt like if she really wanted to take care of that, she would have taken Lily out of the situation at all times. But anyways, moving on again to the challenges, which scared the crap out of me. Like, half of the challenges, I wouldn't know, all of them. All of the challenges. I never would have done any of them. Like, you would have gotten to the first one and I would have been like, bye. I wouldn't have even jumped off that cliff. Like, I don't care how much money. You could pay me $1 million and I wouldn't do those challenges. Because, like, I would rather be alive than dead. Like, I'm not going to risk my life just to maybe win some money. So, after they walk across the thing, they do the challenge at Trigger Happy Jack's where they have to go in and, like, get a souvenir, and then you find out, like, the bonus is stealing his gun. Like, that's freaking insane. This guy's always drunk and he's, like, shooting people. So Heather and Natalie and Dodge, like, all make this pact to split the money, except for Natalie makes the deal with Heather and Nat makes the deal with Dodge, but, like, they're not all in on it. Like, I got the sense that Heather was in on the fact that they were giving, like, she made the deal with Dodge, and I think it was so that Dodge would help them. But then they didn't actually expect for, like, to give the money to Dodge, even if they did win at first. I think they were just tricking him into getting, like, help because they knew they couldn't win on their own. But anyways, at that point, like, he goes in to get the souvenirs, and then Heather winds up going in, and Heather's an idiot. Like, Heather, like, screwed up the challenge, that challenge, so bad, because then she pissed off Dodge, and, like, it was just a mess. And then the Graybill house where it sets on fire, I felt like, did anyone else feel like Natalie always got out of the challenges? She didn't have to go into Trigger Happy Jack, she just kind of sat there. She got out of the house because it was burning, like, they pushed her out the window. She didn't have to do the balance beam because, like, the police came. And then she failed her individual challenge with the tigers. Like, literally, and I didn't even, like, that scene wasn't even very scary. Like, to me when I was reading it, I wasn't scared for her because it felt like the tigers weren't really interested in her. It was just like walking towards her and she ran away. I mean, obviously tigers are scary and like I'm not saying I would ever go near a tiger, but it didn't feel like the tigers were like being malicious at all. She was just being a crybaby. And I don't know how you can like get yourself involved in all those other challenges but not that one. I don't get it. The worst challenge for me wasn't even Joust. It was Russian roulette, like when Heather had to do Russian roulette. And like at first I didn't even realize when Dodge came in that he took out the bullet. Like that didn't even cross my mind. But now I really want to know if like the bullet was in the first chamber. Like if she shot it with the bullet in there, would she have died? Or was it not in the next, like I don't know about guns, but like was it the bullet gonna be shot or not? Like I want to know now. I'm interested. And I don't know. I also want to know what Dodge's individual challenge would have been, because you know like how he blackmailed Bishop into not giving him his challenge, but it had something to do with spiders, and I really want to know what the challenge would have been. Like if he had to like lay in a bed of spiders, or like what he had to do. Like ugh, I cringe just thinking about that. As I said earlier, I don't really agree with Dana asking Dodge to play Panic. Even if she wanted revenge or whatever she wanted, I don't agree with that very much. Like, what would you do if that happened to you and you had a younger sibling? Would you want them to go get revenge for you? Like, I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want to put them in the same danger that I was in. Like, knowing how the worst scenario can turn out. I don't know. I just wouldn't want to. But overall, I liked the book, and it was a nice standalone book. I don't usually read standalone books, so it was nice, fresh. It was fresh because I don't usually read standalones, and it was nice because it was a contemporary book where the main plot wasn't a love story. And we don't see that very often, because in most contemporary novels, we see the love story like pushed hard. And like that's one of the main aspects of the book, and it wasn't here, and I really enjoyed that. Well, I will see you guys soon as I finish Dreams of Gods and Monsters by Lani Taylor. And I'm really excited about that. I'm only like a couple pages in, but I'm super excited because that series is amazing. And yeah, so I'm gonna go now. But I'll be back soon. Okay, guys, bye!